The anguish that they put you through. Why don't they just leave people in jail first of all and XL parole? Because it's just a whole nother thing of harassment. As far as you see the police are harassing us, that's what's going on with parole. And it's affecting my life. I'm not on parole. It's affecting my life though, because the man I love, and he can't be at peace because they won't let him be at peace. They think that every day is like the same day. I don't know what's going on. My head is spinning. I'm starting to throw up. Can't go to an Airbnb with him for 3 days without being tormented by his parole officer coming into the house at 7 p.m. when he knew how to get in contact with us. And he heard me telling him, Cagnolati heard me telling him, when I heard him at the door, the lady and her 3 children, she has a 13-month-old baby and 2 little girls, 5 and 7 years old, answered this door at 7 p.m. This is dinner time. This is time where people are getting their children ready for school. And on top of it, this lady is running a business. This is not
for her family.
Yes, for her family, to take care of her children. They come from a third world country where the people that we were staying with, very sweet people. And when Cagnolati opened that door was open in his face, and he knew that he heard me say, Cagnolati, I'm gonna go get him and we're going to come out. He still came and he didn't say, oh no ma'am, I will wait outside for them because I know that they're guests in your house. No, he came inside of the house, and we literally, I told him we're coming out. I came right out. Literally, it's only 10 feet, the room that we were staying in from the front door.
And how did this make you feel when he acted like that? Was that something you expect from your civil servants?
No, it was total violation of everything, of every type of moral being, the way you're supposed to be. Like I said, this lady, she had her children, she had her baby at her hip.
Did Cagnolati ever give any reason that would justify such an intrusion on?
No.
At that time of night?
He didn't need you. He was just checking up on you. He had said that he was going to check up on you for 3 days, and then he buzzed you, right? He buzzed us. He terrorized us, buzzing us. Did not call my phone, okay? Did not call my phone. He says he texts. There's no text on my phone. He never called my phone. He could have called. He buzzed his ankle monitor at least 10 times. Then he finally shows up at the door at 7 p.m. So he buzzed over an hour. It's about an hour, a good hour, right? It was about a good hour he was buzzing and buzzing. We were looking out and looking out and looking out to see if he was out there. Looking at the phone, there's no phone call. We didn't have his phone number.
We asked for his phone number.
Yeah. And he
Then went downstairs to try to call and get his phone number.
Right, through the reception area. And they said they didn't have his phone number. So, bottom line is, Cagnolati had my phone number. Says he texted me, and he should have called when Chad did not text him the phone number after Cagnolati said, I don't have any cards. Cagnolati should have wrote the phone number down, his phone number down, instead of calling my phone.
Right.
He did not write the phone number down. So Chad made 3 attempts to get this man's phone number. And bottom line is, on behalf of all these parolees that are going through this is like really crazy.
What would you like done about this situation? What would be the right thing for everybody involved to do? How should this be fixed?
Treat people like human beings, first of all. I should not.
But more specific about the ankle monitor, cagnitis behavior, having been transferred to a whole nother office. What do you think
They need to really protect you guys. They're not protecting you guys. I know that for a fact. And you were just in a holding tank 3 days with some people that were doing meth, and they were gangbangers, and the wardens knew that they were doing it. And
the deputies?
Yeah, the deputies. And they
laughed about it.
Right? How crazy is this? And this is a man that I love. So how many other people I can't believe. Not only parolees are dealing with this, but the people that love the parolees are dealing with this. And it's really a toll on your health.
How's your since your encounter with Cagnolati last night, how's your health been?
Very bad. I've been throwing up. I've been very sick. I've been very dizzy.
And what do you think caused this sudden
and I feel like
drop
I
of
need
health?
to go to the hospital practically. I'm very stressed out. I'm very stressed out in the fact that he said that he was going to try to come get you. He was going to arrest you. He was going to violate you.
Not that I'm violated, but that he was going to try and violate me.
Right. Yeah, not that you.
Because he left.
Right, he walked away. He was like, really? He's like, I'm going to violate you. I'm going to violate you. And like, why should I have to be walking behind him on the street, telling him why was he with those guys doing meth that are gangbangers in a holding tank for 3 days while you did nothing. But he tells me who's getting him out of jail every time he goes.
Right.
Cagnolati is, yeah, right.
Didn't I get released a day late because of them?
Always.
Yeah,
always. Pretty much every single time your release is never
on
correct.
Time.
You're always like, when am I getting released?
Right, and then this time is he apologizing? I'm sorry what you went through. Like
Nothing.
I realized you and your
It
wife.
was none of his business.
Yeah, he said it's none of his business. Yet I can't do nothing because of the stupid contract that they're holding me under. They're not holding themselves to the contract, but they want to hold me at their whim because of the money they're getting out of it. And at the same time, this poor woman, like she said, she's not on parole. She had nothing to do with it but her God-given right to love who she chooses, to pursue love, peace, and happiness in the form of me. And she got slammed on the hood of an LAPD car by the LAPD for that. In which we were both
constantly watching him be taken away from me for reasons they are just so ludicrous that they can't even put any type of charge on him. He just sits there. He just sits there in jail. And I'm by myself. Having to spend all this money on the phone. Being away from him for his birthday. I've been be away from him.
You have to sleep in the cold at night alone?
Alone.
Have you been threatened at all since when I've been in jail?
Yes. I had a pepper spray somebody because I was always going to get my head beat in.
A police report was taken, but no one was arrested, right?
3 hours. That's what I'm saying. Like 3 hours it took for the cops to come while I'm terrified out of my mind. Terrified out of my mind. Literally, I was throwing up then too. Just like last night. It's like people need to start caring. People need to start opening their eyes to things that are not just in their life.
Think about the future. Because if it's happening now, it's going to keep happening unless when you see it, you act on it.
And all these movies that you guys are watching, it's your life.
Flashing right before your eyes.
I'm very stressed out. I've been going through this for 2.5 years with him.
Because of them.
And every time they have this fake arrest for him and he spends time in jail, then it prolongs his parole release date. and it's stressing him out. He's always looking behind his shoulder, back and forth and around, thinking everybody's not on his side because of all what they've done to him.
The kidnappings, the injustices.
Right before I met him, his life, he was already going through it.
They had basically extracted me from the LA County Jail and kidnapped me to a sober living home in Sylmar to wear ankle monitor. Where in the what procedure is that? Just tell me that, and I'll admit I'm wrong, and we can go about our business. Just show me where is that procedure. Where is that the normal days? To snatch somebody against their will when they're being released from the LA County Jail and force them to a sober living home. Maybe a detention center because this guy's a freaking criminal of the country, but you don't take him to a sober living home. Where do you do that at? And that was before I met her. And then she saw what they were doing, and they were forced when she called the headquarters in Diamond Bar to switch me to a whole nother office. First day she got me switched to another
officer.
And what her name was Tina Rivera.
Right.
Tina Rivera.
Right. She was.
And how was she? What was your impression of her?
She was a pretty good parole officer. But the thing is, she's doing the same thing as Cagnolati. Okay, but Cagnolati, he's still not, like, he's been his parole officer for a while and saying that he was going to help him and stuff, but he hasn't. But the other lady, we were in front of the library one time, and she told him she understood what he was going through, but he just needed to bear with it. She understood that they were after him, but he just needed to bear with it. Same thing as Cagnolati. Well, it's above my pay grade. That's the same type of comment. Just because they all they care about is getting paid. That's it. Bottom line. Don't care about anything else.
Still got plenty of time. And once again, this is my fiancee, Tina Grimsrud, mother of 3 children who are adults. One is a manager at a beautiful restaurant. One is a 20-year-old autistic child who is very bright and is in school right now excelling. Because this woman made the hard sacrifices that she had to do so that her kids could survive with or without her. Now here she is, trying to retire, enjoy the fruits of her labor, and have something for herself after giving such too much to the world, and still does.
Hold on. See, because he's telling it a whole nother different way. This man is an amazing man. He saved my life. I was really actually halfway dead because somebody was irresponsible and slammed into the back of my car. Slammed my car into the car in front of me. And I severed 3 herniated discs, and I suffered from a lot of nerve damage. I had bones that have been thrown out of place in my back, which this man has pushed back. He immediately pushed back in place. I was barely able to carry a bag. Now I can pick him up and carry him, and he's like 190 pounds. He's made me very strong. He's an amazing man. I love him. I love you so much, Chad.
Thank you, baby. And for whatever weird, monetary, egotistical reasons, the powers that be are showing their true colors. Because just like Caesar said, an ape doesn't kill an ape. And people don't attack people. So those that attack people,
We're savages.
they're savages and not people. But the savagery only stops when good people do nothing.
Will stop when they do something.
And it will stop when you do something. It's not in times of peace we know who we are and who our friends are. It's in times of war. These days, are the last days, that stuff like this would be allowed to happen. Now you guys have seen.
I cried so much about this. I can't really cry anymore. It's just throw up coming out now.
Because it's vile. This is the land of the free, to choose justice in the American way. And those who don't learn from the past are doomed to repeat it.
So please help. Don't be dead anymore. Even though we think we're living, if we're not doing anything about the next person in a good, positive way, we're not living.
If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. This woman stands for God and her husband. And the book of Revelation says, when the Lamb sits upon the throne, who will be able to stand? This woman put her faith in God and cried out to him in her distress. And though as mighty as her foes are, they have not done away with her, because the one she prays to is greater than her foes. Greater than the ones who trouble her. Because they don't know the ones that feed her feed them.
Our Father who feeds everyone.
And they don't know that the one who breathes air into her lungs breathes air into their lungs.
Gives you the energy to live every day.
Right? And they don't know the ones that brought her trouble, or the one that brought her trouble can also bring them trouble. Because the Bible says, the poor man and the rich man have two things in common. Yahweh made them both. And all this woman is asking is for peace, justice.
What did Michael Jackson say? Make this world a better place.
All right.
For you, for me, there are people dying. Forget about enough for the living. Make a better place for you and for me. Really, like, it's way more than just these people walking up and down the street in these stores and stuff. There's people that are in jail injustly, like, no reason, haven't done anything.
What about our
maybe
stuff?
have
What about our stuff? That 3 times to the road, just as soon as we turn our back for 5 minutes, boom, it's gone.
Oh, always.
The speaker.
Yeah.
In the past month, we lost
No,
a
they
speaker as soon as we turn our back. We lost 2 speakers as soon as we turn our back. And we lost a phone and a power pack as soon as we turn our back. When normally, if we're right back, it's not gone. But we're noticing a pattern here. And she's starting to notice a change in Cagnolati. At first, he was nice, gave us gift cards. But obviously, something is not kosher.
Bottom line is, what he's trying to say is that we're being stalked.
And it's for a reason. I did 13 years in prison. So not only do I know what goes on in prison, then what happens when the public's not looking, how vicious these people can get.
Right, because the person
to
that
your sons, to your uncles, to your grandfathers. You think it's bad out here? It's so much worse for them in there. And every dollar you
In prison.
spend out here keeps them in prison
Right.
based on the whole Social Security number system.
Then there's also not even the prisons that we know about. There's those prisons that are hidden prisons.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one that definitely was in Michigan. So, you know, if they're there, how many other ones are there?
Right.
This is deceit. A lot of deceit. A lot of, deceit. And it's tiring.
It is. This woman's health should not be affected by those who swore to serve and protect, who took an oath by the living God.
In God we trust.
Right.
But then he says that he doesn't even believe. Cagnolati says he doesn't even believe in God. Remember that?
Right. How you not? Who was your oath to?
I literally.
That shows how
asked him.
ignorant. See, this is what happened. They're hiring. They're just hiring dead weight. That's all they're doing.
Yep, dead people.
Dead people. That's all they're doing. People out there really don't have no morals or values, and they're giving them badges. And we're seeing the result. This poor woman got slammed on the hood of an LAPD car simply for trying to say I was innocent. Only for me to go to jail, get arrested, and not even go to court and have a DA reject. And the DA said I was innocent. So she was right and still got put in handcuffs and slammed on the hood of an LAPD car. That's a lawsuit. You can sue easily for that alone. You need to